We're talking with Jay Vicic today from Rocky Mountain Evaluations. Jay is an appraiser and has been for 18 years. He's trained appraisers. He's been on review boards. Jay, thanks for joining us. The mortgage situation and appraisals, are they separate problems or are they tied together?
They're tied together.
Okay.
Definitely. I think a lot of the mortgage problems we have right now are based on poor appraisals.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I think we've had overvalued properties for a very long time, and it was more the trend rather than the exception, and I think we're paying for it now.
I actually had heard some whispers when we were going through the liquidity crisis in the beginning of August that Wall Street, the Fed, and so forth didn't think this was necessarily a bad thing because they pretty much predicted that homes were overvalued by about 10%. We saw a 10% correction in the market. Is that fairly accurate?
At least 10%. Some areas, as much as 30%.
So how does a consumer regain their confidence in their appraiser or their lender in the process that ties them both together?
They have, first of all, they have to be accountable. They have to look at what risks were involved, and they have to look at the situation realistically with where their property is.
And do you think after the last couple of years there were some appraisers out there that were able to be pushed?
Absolutely.
Really?
Without question.
Why? They didn't want to lose the client.
Exactly.
They didn't want to lose the relationships.
Didn't want to lose the client. They looked at it as another dollar. They didn't think there was any repercussions to doing it otherwise.
Well, the Colorado Real Estate Commission has taken it one step further. They've made a decision now to fine and suspend appraisers for overvaluing properties. Yes. Your thoughts on that?
Long overdue.
Really? Long
overdue. I've done review appraisals, and I have seen work that has been pushed by over 50%.
Wow.
We're talking a $150,000 property valued at over $225,000 or $250,000, and from certain appraisal shops in town, I've seen it regularly. Mm-hmm. And it's overdue.
Let's say I'm a home builder. I'm going to build 125 homes in Colorado. You're going to be my guy for appraisers, for appraisals and home values. Can you be impartial in that situation when you're working for a home builder?
No, and I'll take it one step further. I don't think a home builder should be able to own a mortgage company. I think it's a conflict of interest, and it allows them to drive the market.
What's your take on the new AVM models, and do they help with the fraud situation?
Rarely. I'm not a big fan of AVMs simply because they're based off public records and tax records and assessor polls or records, and I see too many errors in those.
Final question on this topic. Mm-hmm. As a result of the increased scrutiny, how much tougher has your job become?
I've been doing it correctly all along. For some people who have been pushing things is the way they're having a tough time right now.
Yeah.
Because it's getting very tougher. Every day, underwriters are being under the gun a lot more and being made more accountable, and in turn, they're making sure that what they're looking at is accurate as well.
Jay, thanks for being with us. Great talking with you.
Absolutely.
Find more real estate videos at brokeriptv.com.